And a good day to each and every one of you. It's time for weather news with J7409, the name you know, the news you can use. If it's your first time over here and you're into the weather like all the rest of us, please subscribe, click the bell, check off the email notifications to make sure you get all the latest in weather news, forecasts, watches, warnings, and tropical weather. Boy, oh boy, Alabama got slammed yesterday with 8 to 10 inches of rain. Flooding was going on. It was a total mess, as flooding has been happening all over the eastern and northeastern, all the way down to Texas and the south areas. Everyone, please stay safe. My thoughts and prayers are with you. What we're looking at now is the NAM map. This is what your forecast should be for the next 3 days. It's set right now at 9 a.m. this morning on Thursday. Mostly rain everywhere up in Montana, all the way from the southern tip of Texas, all the way up into Virginia along the Appalachian border there. Jim, I know you've been going through it, buddy. Hang in there. It's got to get better. We have some rain up in Wisconsin, also in Minnesota. Later on in the week, this is going to turn to snow in areas, so let's crank her on up. We'll go to 8 p.m. this evening. What will it be looking like? Some snow coming down from Canada into Montana, and a little teeny bit of snow in Wyoming. Mostly rain at this time, as the cold fronts are progressing eastward. You can see we have Pennsylvania, more rain, West Virginia, and also in Kentucky, and it moves all the way down into Alabama. So we'll move up to 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, Friday morning, and the snow progressively gets a little harder in areas. Still in Montana, still up in Wyoming. That looks like a good swath of snow right in there for you guys. Rain everywhere else. As we move along in the day, we'll go to 6 p.m. tomorrow, and the snow starts to dissipate. Still a little bit coming down from Canada up in this area, but for the most part, the U.S. has rain. Little teeny bit of snow up in Montana, Wyoming, and South Dakota. So we'll move up to around midnight tomorrow night. What will it be looking like? Mostly rain everywhere. Still got that snow hanging around in Canada, and a little bit sneaks into Wisconsin right up in here. Just a little bit. Everything else is rain. And as far as we can go out is 1 p.m. Saturday afternoon. Looks like the East Coast is looking better. We have the latest run of the GFS map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. Let's turn it on, and here's what's happening, folks. We have a lingering frontal boundary draped from the mid-Atlantic to the western Gulf Coast. Now, it's going to keep showers and thunderstorms in the forecast through at least today. Now, locally heavy rain will be possible, with excessive rainfall and flash flooding also being a threat due to the previous days of rain, especially across the Tennessee and lower Ohio valleys. A wave developing along this boundary in the mid-Atlantic for today is going to be moving up the coast by tomorrow, and it will also help to enhance rainfall from the central southern Appalachians to the southern New England area. And this region, from the Tennessee Valley to the northern mid-Atlantic, is under a risk for excessive rain and flash flooding today. Once this wave clears by the weekend, the southern portion of the front may linger a little longer, which keeps showery weather in the forecast into Saturday for portions of the southeast and Gulf Coast. We got another cold front also. It's going to dip into the northern tier states today, with scattered showers accompanying its passage across the upper Great Lakes area and the Midwest to the Central Plains and northern Rocky areas, with cold Canadian air filtering in behind the front. Expect some mixing of snow in the highest elevations, with light accumulations possible, just like I showed you on the NAM map. Now, temperatures across the northern high plains for today could be as much as 10 to 15 degrees below normal, with these cold readings dropping southward into the central plains by tomorrow. Meanwhile, upper level ridging holds strong across much of the western U.S. into the weekend, keeping the weather warm and dry, and this will only continue to elevate the fire weather threat. Still got red flag warnings up and fire weather watches. They're in effect across parts of the Great Basin and the Central Rockies. Expect compromise. Air quality, that's right, as well given from the smoke from ongoing wildfires. So your air quality is not going to be that great in these areas. And so far as severe weather, a few strong to marginally severe storms capable of isolated damaging winds will be possible today from Georgia to parts of an evening. So please keep that in mind if you're in these areas. Also, there's a track across the southern Appalachians into southeast Virginia. It's going to happen overnight, and the latest model guidance suggests modest boundary layer heating will be noted from Georgia into North Carolina, where low-level lapse rates are expected to be relatively steep. So there is a risk of height falls that are in the forecast also southeast of the higher terrain. As a result, the boundary layer heating will provide convection development from Georgia to North Carolina, and convection will be encountered from the frontal zone draped across southern Virginia to northern North Carolina. It will encounter somewhat greater low-level shear, which may weaken the supercells to some degree. And that's a check of your weather in general today. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it a lot. Please share this information. Keep everyone aware of what's going on around them. Thanks for the likes, the comments, and everything you do for me. And as you can see right down here, this is Rosa coming up. Rosa will probably be a hurricane, big time, but as it moves up, as you can see, let it run through again right quick. It should be tropical storm strength or maybe even lower. We'll have to wait and see when it does reach up in this area of Arizona. If anything changes with that and I think it's more severe, don't worry. I'll put it up for you. Take care, my friends. Have a good day, a blessed day. Peace, love, and kindness to each of you, and thanks for watching.